Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 8th of September 2021. Starting with very first question. Which institution released Atlas of Mortality and Economic Losses from Weather, Climate and Water Extremes? So recently this has been released by the World Meteorological Organization. So as per the report, every third death, that is 35% of total deaths from extreme weather, climate or water stress in half a century was in Africa. As we know that the African continent accounts for only 17% of global population and 4 droughts were responsible for 89% of the total deaths in Africa from weather, climate and water extremes in the last 50 years. So which are these 4 droughts? First is the drought of 1973 in Ethiopia. Second is 1983 drought again from Ethiopia. Third is 1981 Mozambique. And fourth is 1983 in Sudan. So these are the 4 droughts which are responsible for major deaths in Africa. Also, 99% of all reported deaths occurred in low to lower middle income countries in Africa. Now apart from it, according to real estate consultant Cushman and Wakefield, India has overtaken the United States to become second most attractive manufacturing destination internationally. Okay, so now India is at the second position. Also, in the Global Youth Development Index, India has been ranked at 122 among 181 countries. And this index actually measures the condition of young people in any country. So first position was occupied by Singapore and last was Niger. Apart from it, few days back NSDC, that is National Skill Development Corporation, has partnered with Samsung to introduce a skilling program that aims to train 50,000 youth. Now you have to tell me, according to UNEP, that is United Nations Environment Program, which variety of petrol has been eradicated from the globe completely? Please write in the comment section. Question number 2. Which country has recently developed a prototype miniature helicopter for surveillance work on future Mars missions? So this has been recently developed by China. As few months ago, China achieved the historic landing of a robotic rover on the red planet Mars. And the prototype is similar in appearance to the robotic helicopter Ingenuity developed by the NASA for its Perseverance mission. And as per the space agency, the helicopter could be a tool for China's follow-up exploration on the planet Mars. Now Mars is also in news these days. Why? Because NASA's Mars rover have successfully collected its first rock sample while returning to Earth. And the rock sample has a thickness similar to pencil. So Perseverance arrived in the month of February at Mars Jezero crater. So that's why this term is quite important. In search of rocks to find the evidence of ancient life. So actually the crater is believed to be the home of a lakebed and river delta billions of years ago, and that's why Perseverance was sent there. Also NASA plans to launch more spacecraft to retrieve the samples collected by Perseverance there. Now talking about China, recently National Legislature of China has formally endorsed the 3-child policy that was mooted by the ruling Communist Party earlier. So now the Chinese couples are allowed to have 3 children to address the steep decline in birth rates due to the earlier policy. Also China has recently announced the abolition of 996 policy. What is this? It is a kind of trend under which people are working overtime for 9 AM to 9 PM for total 6 days. But now this is illegal in China. Also recently, Government of China has announced a set of reforms for private educational companies under which they are banned from making profits, raising capital or going public. Also, they are prohibited from offering tutoring related to the school syllabus on weekends and vacations. Also, the new reform further prohibits these educational institutions from giving online or academic classes to children who are under the age of 6 years. Fine. Question number 3. UAE, Uruguay and Bangladesh have been admitted to which global institution? So the NDB, set up by the BRICS group of nations, had admitted these countries as members in its first expansion push. So as we know that Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, the member of BRICS, launched the bank in 2015 and started formal talks with potential new members. And now NDB has initiated its membership expansion program and started formal negotiations with prospective members recently. And for this purpose, NDB has an authorized capital of 100 billion USD, which is open for subscription by members of the United Nations. So you have to remember the name of these 3 countries. Now apart from it, India has recently hosted the 8th BIMSTEC Agriculture Experts Meeting in virtual mode, and the meeting was chaired by Dr. Trilochan Mohapatra, who is the Director General of ICAR, that is Indian Council of Agricultural Research. Apart from it, recently RBI has released a quarterly house price index based on transaction level data received from housing registration authorities in 10 major cities. So according to RBI, growth in all India HPI slowed to 2% in first quarter this fiscal year. Also do remember that Paytm Payments Bank Limited has become the first bank in the country to achieve the milestone of issuing 1 crore FASTags, as this is almost 30% of the total FASTags issued by 32 banks in the country. Also recently, SBI and Jammu Kashmir Grameen Bank has signed a memorandum of understanding for joint liability group financing, and the main objective is to enhance the flow of credit to our tenant farmers, sharecroppers, etc. And you have to tell me which countries comes under BIMSTEC. Please write in the comment section. Question number 4. Who is the first Indian woman to win 2 medals in the Paralympic Games? So this is Indian shooter Avani Lekhara, and she won the 50 meters rifle bronze, and earlier she had won the gold in the game. So with this 19-year-old, Avani had become the first Indian woman to win a Paralympic gold after she topped the 10-meter air rifle standing SH1 event. Also do remember that Joginder Singh Sodhi was the only Indian to win multiple medals in the same edition of the games when he got 1 silver and 2 bronze medals in 1984 Paralympics. Also, Yogesh Kathunia has clinched the silver medal and he is a discus thrower. Then there is Devendra Jhajaria. He won the silver medal in javelin throw event, while Sundar Singh had won the bronze medal in the same event. And Sumit Until won gold medal in men's javelin throw with a new world record of 68.55 meters. Also recently, Max Verstappen has won the Belgian Grand Prix. Now one more important thing, India's Masnam Miraba created history by becoming the champion at the Yonex Latvia International Future Series Badminton Tournament at Jelgava. Question number 5. Who is the head of the committee set up to review the existing guidelines of the Journalist Welfare Scheme? So the government has set up a 12-member committee to review the existing guidelines of the Journalist Welfare Scheme, and the committee is headed by Prasar Bharati board member Mr. Ashok Tandon. And the committee will examine the need for revision of the amount of ex gratia payment as well as other cases under the JWS. Now apart from it, our new Secretary General of Rajya Sabha is Dr. Ramacharyulu. Also, the senior bureaucrat JB Mohapatra has been appointed as Chairman of CBDT, that is Central Board of Direct Taxes. Then Mr. Sandeep Bakshi has been reappointed as MD and CEO of ICICI Bank. And Rajneesh Kumar has been appointed as Independent Director of HSBC Asia. Then our new Director General of BSF is Pankaj Kumar Singh. Then Chief Vigilance Commission has reappointed Mr. T.M. Bhasin as Chairman of Advisory Board. And Nakul Chopra has been appointed as CEO of BARC India. Now you have to tell me who has been recently appointed as Joint Secretary in Ministry of Cooperation. Please write in the comment section if you know. Question number 6. What is the name of the event to be conducted by the Department of School Education and Literacy during September 2021? So the Department of School Education and Literacy has decided to celebrate Shiksha Parv 2021 from 5th of September till 17th of September 2021. So this event will be held through virtual mode, and President Ramnath Kovind will confer the awards to 44 awardees. And President Ramnath Kovind had conferred the awards to 44 awardees on 5th of September through virtual mode. So the national awards to teachers were first instituted in the year 1958 to recognize excellence and commitment of teachers working in elementary and secondary schools. Now do remember that National Teachers Day is different. Means this is the Teachers Day when it is celebrated in India only, and this day is on 5th of September, while World Teachers Day is celebrated on 5th of October. Fine? Do not get confused in it. And National Teachers Day is celebrated to commemorate the birth anniversary of Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. Now apart from it, the Eat Right Station, which is a kind of certificate, is awarded by FSSAI, that is Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, to railway stations. And this certification is part of the Eat Right India movement of this organization. Also, Chandigarh railway station was awarded a 5-star Eat Right Station certification for providing high quality nutritious food to the passengers. Now apart from it, recently Sri Lanka has declared the food emergency in the country as it was hard hit by the economic crisis because private banks ran out of foreign exchange to finance their imports. Fine. Question number 7. Eastern Economic Forum is an annual meet held in which country? So this is an annual meet held in Russia, and it aims to encourage foreign investment in Russia's resource-rich but underdeveloped Far East regions. And in the year 2019, Prime Minister Modi had announced a $1 billion line of credit for the Far East there in Russia, and the proposed Chennai-Vladivostok Maritime Corridor will promote the bilateral relationships together. Also, India and Russia are partners in space exploration through the Gaganyaan program. Talking about Russia, recently multinational military exercise named as ZAPAD 2021 is to be held there, and this exercise aims at boosting anti-terror cooperation. Now can you tell me, India has signed an agreement with which country for development of ALUAV, that is Air Launched Unmanned Aerial Vehicle. So India's Ministry of Defense has signed a project agreement with the US Department of Defense for cooperation in this sector. Also recently, US used a special missile in its drone strikes in Afghanistan that does not explode but releases knife-like blades, and these US drone strikes were carried out using the Hellfire missile, and the R9X multi-fire missile of this class is also called as Ninja Bomb. Also few days back, India and Russia has agreed to form a permanent bilateral channel for consultations on Afghanistan. And India has pitched its indigenously built fighter aircraft LCA Tejas, anti-tank guided missiles, Arjun main battle tank at the International Military Technical Forum Army 2021, which was being held recently in Moscow. Question number 8. Which Indian state has launched the EILP platform for inner line permit system in the state? So recently, the Chief Minister of Manipur, N. Biren Singh, has virtually launched this platform for effective regulation of the inner line permit system in the state. So actually this EILP platform aims to regulate the entry, exit and tracking of visitors who are overstaying beyond the permitted duration. And this system came into effect in Manipur on 1st of January 2020. So ILP is a kind of document that Indian citizens from other states are required to possess in order to enter states like Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Nagaland and Manipur. Okay. Now the new governor of Manipur is Mr. Laganesan, and recently the Union Minister of State for Food Processing Industries and Jal Shakti, Mr. Prahalad Singh Patel, has inaugurated 7 indigenous food products of Manipur as part of Make in India initiative. Also, recently on 13th of August, Manipur celebrated its Patriots Day in memory of those heroes who sacrificed their lives in Anglo-Manipur War 1891. Also, Manipur has launched a scheme named as COVID-19 Affected Livelihood Support Scheme to provide help to those people who had been severely affected by COVID-19 pandemic in Manipur. Question number 9. Which is the first Asian country to launch a plastics pact? So Worldwide Fund for Nature India and Confederation of Indian Industry have joined hands to develop a platform to promote a circular system for plastics. And the new platform is called the India Plastic Pact. So here correct answer is option number C. So actually India generates 9.46 million tons of plastic waste annually, of which 40% is not collected at all. So about half of all plastics produced in the country are used in packaging, and most of it is single use in nature. So the pact has time-bound targets for reducing, innovating and reimagining plastic packaging. Now apart from it, India's Union Ministry of Information and Broadcasting along with Ministry of External Affairs has organized the first ever BRICS Film Technologies Symposium recently. And the focus is to acknowledge the service sector and technicians who are working for the film industry. Also do remember that the country Slovenia currently holds the presidency of Council of European Union. Now one question for you. Can you tell me which district in Odisha has all the 3 species of crocodiles? That is saltwater, ghadials and muggers. Let me give you a hint. It is second Ramsar conservation site in India in the year 2002. Please write in the comment section. Coming to last question. Which state or union territory has adopted snow leopard and black-necked crane as a state animal and bird? So the Union Territory of Ladakh has officially declared snow leopard as its state animal and black-necked crane as state bird. So these 2 species are actually endangered, and as per IUCN, black-necked crane is nearly endangered while the snow leopard is placed in vulnerable category. Also, black-necked crane was the state bird of Jammu Kashmir till August 2019. Now few days back, a festival was celebrated there at Ladakh named as Nomadic Festival. Also do remember that the Assam government has decided to rename Rajiv Gandhi National Park as Orang National Park. And the Assam cabinet has passed a resolution in this regard. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzat Sana signing off.